Oliver Lewis Way Extension opens, First 5 Lex, and Halloween events. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Eric Howard, filling in for Sherelle Roberts, and this is Lexington Now. The next phase in one of Lexington's biggest road projects has been completed. Oliver Lewis Way has been opened from Versailles Road to South Broadway. We were there for the official ceremony.
The local, state, and federal government have all played a role in Oliver Lewis. So thanks to Kelly Baker, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Chief District 7 Engineer Thomas Nelson with the Federal Highway Administration, and Andrew Grunwald, one of our city engineers. Also welcome to Tom Harris, Vice President for University Relations with the University of Kentucky, and Barbara Navin with the Community Land Trust. They will be offering some remarks in just a minute. We are hoping this new road will ease traffic downtown and provide better access to the University of Kentucky and South Lexington. And that is a very big deal. I want to also recognize our Corridors Commission for its leadership in its plantings and grass along the medians. That's led today by Councilmember Bill Farmer. Traffic improvements, neighborhood support, and affordable housing all work together to make Oliver Lewis a model project for other cities.
This project is a testament to the hard work of so many who are interested in not only satisfying the needs of the traveling public, but also satisfying the needs for affordable housing for the Davis Park neighborhood and other residents who may want to have interest in living in this community in the future. This roadway will open the door for many opportunities for our community. It provides better connection within the city by extending Oliver Lewis Way over to Broadway. It's going to provide better access to our university and also to our hospitals. It's going to aid our emergency services, and it's also going to help with economic growth and development. And those are all areas that we seek to improve when given the opportunity to do so.
And all the partners, we'd like to thank them for the road, the asphalt, and the concrete, and for the housing and the insight to helping this community move forward. But I also want to thank Tom, another part of our community, the university community and the community that is to the east of here, that this will expedite our getting to, Mayor, the interstate. That we didn't build necessarily the interstate and the interstate connectivity through the city, but this will certainly help to expedite the movement of traffic from the University of Kentucky to the interstate when they come to Frankfort to lobby. And for me to get there, it takes off about 10 minutes for me to get there. But thank you everybody for your involvement and your help in making this happen. I think this is going to be a much used and heavily trafficked section of our city.
We're excited because the new roadway opens to the public view and access Davis Park, the new name and new identity for the historic Davis Bottom neighborhood. Since the 1860s, Davis Bottom was a valley hidden from Greater Lexington. The opening of this section of road reveals its ongoing transformation. Davis Bottom, though, was strong from the beginning. Strong in its diversity, strong in the ability of neighbors to work and play together and support each other through adversity, and strong in its people's ability to celebrate each other. So at a time when we as a people are re-examining old assumptions about each other, it's fitting that a diverse community, a community that actually got it right all along, should be brought into greater visibility by the opening of Oliver Lewis Way.
1, 2, 3. Yay! Woo-hoo! All right. There it comes.
For more information, visit lexingtonky.gov. Early childhood education has been recognized as a key to the development of young children's minds, even before formal education begins. That is the aim of First 5 Lex, and a new initiative begun by Fayette County Schools in partnership with several other agencies.
We're launching a new community initiative to focus on our children from birth to age 5. First 5 Lex, read, talk, play, from cradle to kindergarten. Now, why is early learning so important? Because it forms the foundation for all future learning. Research shows that 90% of a child's brain is developed before age 5. Healthy brain development is key to maximizing our children's potential. The brain undergoes its most rapid development in the first 3 years of life. Now think about what that means for children as they enter school. Children enter school with varied skills and knowledge based on their access to stimulating age-appropriate interactions in their earliest years of life. Because we know that learning gaps are established before students enter kindergarten, it is imperative that we develop a comprehensive strategy to ensure children's learning needs are met from birth to age 5. The mission of First 5 Lex is to create a collaborative community that supports the whole child and family from quality prenatal care through early childhood, resulting in a foundation of lifelong learning. The work of First 5 Lex is so important to the work that we do in our classrooms in preschool and in kindergarten. It encourages all of us to understand what children need from birth to age 5 to be ready for their time in the classroom. Further, it encourages children and families to read, talk, and play. And that's extremely important for the work that we do. Now, where's your involvement? In our community, regardless, every person, every Lexingtonian can make an impact, can make a difference in a child's life. Babies and young children thrive when we interact with them, building their brains, language, and vocabulary, all of which are necessary for school and life success. First 5 Lex has designed our programming around the importance of adult interactions with young children.
Cities such as Lexington are stronger and more successful when all of their residents, all of their citizens have sufficient education opportunities, and that includes Lexington and even our youngest citizens. We're very fortunate from our Department of Social Services to support this work. We provide services to the most vulnerable in our community. And while it is the job of our team to help support this population, it is with confidence that I can say together we can help create a bright future for children in our community from cradle to kindergarten and beyond. The quality of a child's earliest environments and the availability of appropriate experiences at the right stages of development are crucial in determining the way each child's brain architecture develops. And by enhancing early childhood development, we actually improve a child's ability to learn at later stages. Emotional well-being and social competence are also important development during these years and provide a strong foundation for future growth and learning. Many of the traits that make good employees, good neighbors, and citizens begin in the first 5 years of life. Cooperation, initiative, impulse control, persistence, critical thinking, and communication.
For more information on the program, visit fcps.net. When we come back, Halloween is just around the corner. We'll tell you all about the fun events coming up.
We have more miles of running water than any state in the continental U.S. You may not know it, but all our streams catch water directly from storm sewers on our streets. When someone tosses a cigarette butt on Main, it could end up in Town Branch. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Lexington Parks and Recreation is proud to present Freaky Friday Flicks at Moondance Amphitheater. This spooky movie series will feature family-friendly Halloween classics, including Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, E.T., and the original Ghostbusters. The movies will be every Friday in October at 7:30 p.m. Admission for those 13 and over is $2. Children 12 and under are free. It may be chilly, but you'll be able to warm yourself by campfire, a game of cornhole, and the comfort of fall foods on site. For a complete schedule of movies, please visit our website. So get out and play and celebrate the season with Parks. You bring the blankets and your friends. The movies and marshmallows are on us.
Freaky Friday Flicks!
Cigarette butts are Lexington's #1 most littered item. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Welcome back to the show. Halloween is in a little over a month, but there are plenty of activities throughout October leading up to the big day. Amber Llewellyn of Parks tells us all about it.
So Parks has a full lineup of fall activities celebrating the Halloween season. We start off with Freaky Friday Flicks at Moondance Amphitheater, and that will be a spooky movie series that'll have family-friendly Halloween classics. We have Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, E.T., and the original Ghostbusters, and they're every Friday in October at 7:30 p.m. And we're going to have a lot of fun pre-show activities. We have campfires and marshmallows and cornhole, so people can come out. Even though it's chilly, we'll have wonderful fall food vendors who will have coffee and warm things to drink and kettle corn. So we hope everybody will come out and enjoy that event. And then we will also have Little Goblins Galore at McConnell Springs on Saturday, October the 14th from 1 to 5 p.m. And that is for children from the ages of 12 and under. They are $5 each. Adults are free. Their chaperone is free. And that is a friendly Halloween event where we have an enchanted character trail. We have a friendly haunted house. We have entertainment throughout the day, such as the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, a puppet group, a princess singer. We have a petting zoo. And we also have our Thriller and Halloween parade, which also includes the Wicked Wonders Halloween Market. If you are interested in being in the Thriller portion of the parade, we start those rehearsals October the 2nd, and they're every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, the month of October, where you can learn the dance and participate as a zombie. We also look for people that would be interested in being in the parade, having a float, or being a costume character in the parade. So before Thriller goes down the street, we have just a Halloween parade of all kinds of other fun Halloween stuff. And then we now also have the Wicked Wonders Halloween Market. So we start at 2 o'clock that day. We have artists and craftspeople who are making things that are spooky or whimsical, in keeping again with the whole spirit of the season. And we have food vendors and entertainment. We have Sora, the aerial contemporary circus artist, musicians that will be performing live, a Halloween playlist. So it's music, theater, dance. That all starts at 2 o'clock. At 6:30 we have the Halloween variety show, which are different performing arts groups from around the city. And then the parade starts at 8 p.m. and Thriller at 8:30. So it's a full day of Halloween fun.
For more information about Lexington's parks, visit their page at lexingtonky.gov. Students are back in school, and this time of year, motorists often have an adjustment period in getting used to the different traffic patterns the school year brings. Marcus Dobbs, Transportation Director for Fayette County Schools, gives us a few tips on what to look out for.
If you're out driving and if you see a group of kids and then you see a school bus, you should be prepared to get ready to stop.
That's the advice Marcus Dobbs, in charge of transportation for Fayette County Schools, has for motorists, especially at the start of a new school year.
A lot of times what will happen at the beginning of the school year is oftentimes we'll get calls from parents saying, hey, you've got this bus stop here and it's making me late for work. Well, you know, when school was not in during the summer, we had no bus stops. Now the students are back out to catch the bus, and we sometimes have to suggest to people, maybe you may want to leave 5 minutes earlier so then you pass by that area and you don't end up running into the bus.
Mr. Dobbs cautions drivers to be extra careful in these areas because
there's a procedure that the drivers actually follow, and when they're approaching a stop, they'll hit a button that activates those yellow lights. When they see those yellow lights, they want to treat it, they should treat it just like you do a traffic light out. You know, when you see the traffic light change to yellow, you don't eventually say, oh, well, let me speed up. You're supposed to prepare to stop, because although we do tell our students that they should wait until the stop arm comes out, it's easier for us to train the younger students than it is the much older students, because the high school students, they start thinking, well, I know everything what's going on, and so what they'll do, as soon as that yellow light comes out, sometimes they just start walking right across the street.
He tells us that anytime you see a school bus and its flashing lights,
it's very important that whenever they see the stop arm out, that they stop, because you got to keep in mind, we are always transporting most precious cargo, which is students. So whenever that stop arm is out, please wait until the students have crossed and that stop arm is back in before you proceed on.
And while it may seem straightforward what to do on a 2-lane road, rules on 4-lane or divided roads are different.
If we're traveling on Harrisburg Road, where you have 2 lanes going in one direction, 2 lanes going in the other direction, whichever direction the bus is traveling in, when that stop arm comes out, only those individuals that are traveling in the same direction of the bus has to stop in an instance, because then you've got 4 lanes, so then if you've got 2 or more lanes traveling in the same direction, only those individuals have to stop.
Mr. Dobbs has a little advice for school zones.
Naturally, around schools, we have those flashing warning signs. They'll say school zone 25 miles per hour. The school zone is, speed limit is reduced in school zones, and people should just be really careful about, because students are walking along the sidewalks and they're really supposed to wait till they get to where there's a cross guard to cross at a crosswalk. But I'm sure we know students don't always do what they're supposed to do, and so sometimes they'll just run out in the middle of the street.
And although it may be tempting to try to save some time on the road, Mr. Dobbs cautions.
Please just make sure when you see that stop arm out, though, that you do stop, because what our drivers will do is, if they can grab your tag number, then we fill out a form, and unfortunately what happens is then we turn that over to the county attorney's office for prosecution. That can result in a fine and 6 points on your license if you pass a stopped school bus when that stop arm is out. So please don't pass a stopped school bus when that stop arm is out.
Several televised meetings are on this week's schedule, including the Ad Hoc Committee for 2018 Goals and Objectives, the Budget, Finance, and Economic Development Committee, and the Council Work Session, all on Tuesday. The Board of Architectural Review on Wednesday, the Planning Commission, a Board of Adjustment confirmation hearing, and the Council meeting on Thursday, and the Board of Adjustment on Friday. You can catch all these meetings live, as well as our other programming on Lex TV Channel 185, or online at lexingtonky.gov/LexTV. That's all for this edition of Lexington Now. Keep up with us all week long on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at our handle @LexRex, or get a bird's eye view of our live traffic cams on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Eric Howard, and that's it for now.